Hello to anybody watching, not that anybody is, but if you are, welcome. As you could tell by my channel name, my name is John. I am the face of the channel because it's my channel, so why not name it after myself like a lot of people do. Now, the time is currently 12:30 in the morning. Just doing a video to cook something because of, why not, because I can. So let's head over to the kitchen and show you guys some of the ingredients I'm going to be using. Well, I say all of the ingredients I'm going to be using to create a dish. Now, what I'm going to be putting together is a rice dish. I have, let me turn around my camera if I can, if not then, oh well. I'm using my phone, so I'm not able to turn on the camera. So, got 2 bags of rice, and the pot, I hope you see it, if not then boom, there's my pot, there's my rice. Also, now you don't have to copy all the ingredients that I'm using the way that I'm using them, but I'm doing this because of something different and to see if it works. But caution to the wind, try at your own risk, just because I don't want to be liable in case anybody becomes ill or anything. And so there's your pre-warning there. If you want to try and do this the way that I've done it, then try at your own risk. So, as well as the 2 bags of rice, we have, for example, on here, right, 1, 2, and a bag of 3 onions, right? 3 onions, 3 peppers, red, green, yellow, a pack of 6 bacon, and yes, I will be using all 6 rashers. You could use more bacon, less bacon, it's up to you. That's all the bacon I had in my fridge. An open pack of ham. Again, use whatever ham you've got, or you don't have to include ham if you don't want to. A bag of cheese, well, as much cheese is in there. I would recommend using more cheese, but that's just because I'm a fan of cheese, and so it's like, I'm just a massive fan. A whole jar, yes, an unopened jar. Let me just unscrew the lid for a second. Let me put that on my phone whilst I open the lid. There you go. You can see that it's an unopened jar of chocolate spread, and also a full jar of jam. Now, I am mixing all these together, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm using a cheese sauce. You can create the cheese sauce from scratch. I don't have the capability. Well, I don't have the capability. I'm lazy. So, and it's much easier to do pre-sauce, so that it's just easier to do that way. So I will show you how I plan to mix these all together. For the ingredients, I have this blender. Try to get a good shot of the blender. There we go, good shot of the blender. So now, for the preparation, let's stick the rice on. I just wish there was a way to turn the camera around. It would make things so much easier. But water for the rice. And yes, I'm doing this on one continuous shot. However, once I have the facilities, I shall obviously be editing these videos, but for now you're just getting the videos as is because of why not. I'm a basic guy. There's the water on the rice. I'm turning the oven cooker thing on, right? So no, I just switched the oven on, didn't mean to. Right, there we go, that's the hob. Gonna let that cook. Now to prep the vegetables before shoving them in the blender. So what I plan to do with the vegetables, let me just get out the light because it is very bright, is I'm going to cut up the veg, obviously, but the way I'm going to do it is 3 of the onions I'm just going to chop up so I can throw them in the blender. However, 2 of the onions I'm going to finely chop because I'm going to throw it in with the rice eventually. Once I've got my cheese sauce made, the rice cooked, so I can then cook the cheese sauce and then throw the rice and the other stuff in. So what's going to be going in the blender is half the peppers, well, what I say is half the green, half the red, half the yellow. Cut up into bits so I can throw it in the blender. Other half I'll finally chop so I can throw it in the pot with the rice and the onions. I'm also going to be blending all 6 rashers of bacon, so I will grill the bacon. I have a George Foreman grill. Hashtag not sponsored. I don't know. I don't want to get myself in liabilities, so I'm gonna grill the bacon. I'm gonna shove all this ham in the blender. You will see me doing that. I'm gonna shove some of the cheese in the blender because I'm also going to throw some in the pot to make it more of a cheesier sauce. I'm going to be I'm going to shove this in my microwave. I'm going to throw half of the chocolate spread in the blender, throw some in the pot, save some of it for when the rice dish cools down, so that as in like a rice pudding-y sort of thing. Sweet and savoury rice pudding. I've not yet worked on a title, but I will title it. Again, with the jam, half of it will go in the blender, some of it will be mixed, and then some of it, once it's had a chance to cool itself down. Now, I won't be able to test the rice dish on screen. That is because I'm going to take the dish to work with me. That's why I'm preparing it at this time in the early hours of the morning, so that it has enough time to cool down, so I can take it to work with me. Nah, I don't know. I'm rambling on at the moment. So let's get into the preparation of the dish. So shove the bacon on. As I'm prepping the dish, I'll talk as well so there's not any dead silences. And as I chop up, I'll be splitting the onions and the peppers into 2 bowls. One to go in the blender, one to go in the pot. Which you'll also see. I'll try and show it as best I can. I'm not going to be able to show myself actually, I might be able to get some chopping action on camera if I find a way of moving the camera in a bit. Another reason why I'm rambling on is because so I can get one continuous shot. As I said, no editing facilities, so it has to just be like that. For now, I can put that up against that. I should put that over there. Sort of talking to myself, but also talking to you guys as well, just in case, as I say, anybody watching. Doubt anybody will though, but if you do, then hey, welcome to the video. Let's see if I can get it down here, like this. If I put the plate there, this will be my chopping plate. Doesn't have to be that type of plate. Also, I'm bending down like this so I could also be caught on camera at the same time. But I don't know. So let's get into the chopping. Alright. So this will be one of the onions to go into the blender. Right. But as I say, again, if anybody wishes to attempt this dish, attempt at your own risk, because I don't want to be liable for anything. Now, just so you know, I am making this dish for myself because I love to eat, and I can easily manage this. This is nothing. You probably could spread it out to feed more people. I just I'm a big eater, even though if you look at me, I am all skin and bone. I mean, look, right, skinny. I'm probably what, 5, 6, 7, maybe pushing it 8 stone at most. That is at most. I've not actually weighed myself. Well, I have weighed myself before, but not in a while. Oh, I've got a bin bag right there. What am I? Oh, right. So let's get some chopping done. So the main reason I am filming myself putting this dish together is so that people can get an idea as to how I come up with dishes. Because of in work, I am known for randomly putting things together that you wouldn't normally expect to go together. And so it's just to give people an insight to how my mind works. Now, half the time, I don't even know what I'm doing when it comes to putting dishes together. That's because of I just put stuff together randomly, that's fair to say, and also because of half the time I just think I'm in the mood for something, and so I just see if it works together, because of you always get good sweet and savoury combinations. For example, one time I couldn't decide if I was in the mood for cheese and ham toasty or crunchy nut cornflake cereal. So instead of having both or one or the other, I decided to throw some cheese and ham into my honey nut cornflake cereal and ate it that way. Yes, there was milk in the bowl as well, because you can't have cornflakes dry. Well, you can, but I don't. What am I doing? This is for the blender, so it doesn't matter how chunky it is, because the blender will finally blend it. Right. Just make sure not to get the stock in the thing. Right. Right. Put that in like that. As I said, you can use less onions. I'm just using every onion that I have because of why not. Part of the randomness into my cooking. Right, that's like that. Now, in regards to the ham, the cheese and the bacon, it has to specifically be those no dairy-free alternative or meat-free alternative, because of why would you want to ruin potentially a good dish with something less good? Because of, if like me, you've tried dairy-free cheeses, they're horrible. That's just my opinion though, right? Other people may not think the same as me. I'm okay with that. I just have a negative opinion towards alternatives, especially when it comes to fake meats. That's because of, as a carnivore, omnivore, I don't know. Basically, someone that enjoys to eat proper meat as well as fruit and veg. I don't see the point in eating, like, for example, a meat-free alternative that's meant to taste and look just like meat without actually being meat. I don't see the appeal in that. It's like, if I want to eat a bacon sandwich, I'm going to go out and buy bacon and eat it as actual bacon instead of fake bacon. Like, I just don't get the appeal towards it. I mean, a lot of people might think, oh, what about the environment? Well, sorry to tell you people, but global warming isn't real, okay? It's just a way for the government to control you and make you pay more money towards something that isn't there, right? Now, you might be hearing that and thinking, oh, he's just a Trump supporter. Like, no. I'm from the UK. Like, American politics has nothing on us. I mean, he should never have won the first election, but that's the only reason he won it is because of Bernie Sanders should have been his opponent, and because of Clinton was his opponent, that paved the way for him to win. Because of Clinton, she was never going to win that election. That's because of even going back to when her husband Bill was in office, right? She even had her dirty hands in politics back then, right? I mean, we all know the Benghazi attack was her fault and all the hidden emails. And also when her and Bill were in office together, there was just loads of backhanded. And also, since Trump's been in power, he's done better than Obama. That's all I'm going to say on the American politics side of thing, because, as I say, I'm not American. American politics has nothing to do with me, so I don't want to get involved with it. So now, finally, this is still one of the onions that's going in the blender. So I just need to get rid of the skin of the onion. Once I get better editing equipment, then I'm gonna do other videos, because I've got a few ideas in mind. I just need a way of editing the videos. So once I say get a laptop or a tablet, something with editing software, more computerized, then there will be other videos in the works, maybe more cooking videos, I don't know. But I've got definitely an idea for something. Like, I recently went to see the Lion King stage show, currently showing it in the Edinburgh Playhouse. If you're up here in Scotland or you're planning on coming through, you've got till the middle or the end of April to go and see it, so you've still got a couple of months. And I would recommend checking it out, especially if you're a fan of musicals or if you're a fan of Disney's The Lion King. It's really good, and I've been to the Edinburgh Playhouse a few times, so no matter where you're sitting, you're definitely getting a good spot. No matter where you're sitting, you can always see the stage clearly. Right, so, well, let's get rid of this end root here. Now, as I said, this could end up in a disaster and it could end up ill, but if I am, I won't know till I'm actually at work, so who knows, let's hope I don't get food poisoning. So that's me almost. Right, let's finally chop these 2 onions here. Because as I said, they're going in with the rice. Once I've pre-blended the cheese mix. So let's have a look. Right, so that's me unwrapped the remaining 2 onions. Because once I've prepped the veg, I am then going to grill the bacon. As the bacon is grilling, I'm going to start adding stuff to the blender so that I can blend it. As the bacon is grilling, I'm gonna defoil the lid of the chocolate spread, so that, because you cannot stick foil or metal in a microwave. I've never tried it, don't want to, don't operate my microwave, and who knows what's going to happen. I mean, if you've ever done science, then everyone knows it. Well, everyone's at least heard that it's a bad idea. So I don't want to experience that for myself. I quite living in this flat, and I don't want anything bad to happen to it. I don't know if anything would happen to the flat, but who knows. Let's see. I'm trying to keep this video under half an hour, but I doubt that it's gonna last as short as that. I mean, it would if I had editing software, because I'd be able to just cut up do the prep. I mean, I could have had all the prep done, but I also wanted to give an insight to how I come up with these ideas. Am I gonna start regularly doing videos on my channel? I don't know. This is my second video in a week, and the last time I actually uploaded a video, I think, was about a year ago. So I don't know if it's something that I would regularly do, but it's definitely something that I would consider, because if I've got an idea I want to put forward, then I may end up doing that. And it's just something that, if I do, I'm doing it for myself, to put out there, might do, I don't know. I mean, if there's any future, if there's any, say for example, because of I do random food ideas, I might showcase a few of them. If anybody has any ideas that they want to throw my way, that they want to see me attempt, then put them in the comments. I would at least consider it. So let's just get this finely unchopped onion, so that when the time comes, I'm also watching the bag of rice, just so that I make sure that there's enough water in there, because of I don't want to burn the rice, because of the other day when I was cooking rice, I wasn't watching it, and I ended up having to start a new bag, basically, because it is burnt, and I had to basically throw the burnt one away. Alright, let's get this. Oh, I don't care if it's big chunks, but I'd rather have it as finely chopped as possible. That's fine. Okay, let's stick that one in there. Whilst I'm talking and thinking of stuff to say, I might as well explain a bit about myself. Because of really everyone does a video where they showcase themselves, or they explain a bit about who they are, a bit about their upbringing, their background, sort of thing. So just thinking of where to start, what to say, a bit about who I am. So, well, as you can see on by the title of my channel, my name is John. I live in the country of Scotland. It's no, well, if you were to say go up to the Highlands of Scotland, like well, not even just the Highlands, but all around Scotland, if you were to like search for scenery pictures, you get loads of good scenery. That's because of Scotland is a quite hilly country. Loads of hills, loads of mountains, and a few lochs. Well, the most famous loch being that of Lomond. And I think, now I may be wrong on this one because it could be somewhere completely different, but in Loch, no, I was gonna, I know what I'm now wanting to say. So, one of the most well-known things about Scotland is the mythical creature of Nessie, and this dinosaur, I don't know if you've seen any pictures, if not, do a Google search. Green dinosaur, long backs, long neck, called Nessie, is hidden, well, meant to be hidden in Loch Ness. Was a way to say Loch Lomond, but I've corrected myself because I figured out where I was going wrong. So if you ever want to be, if you love hunting for mythical creatures, then go to Loch Ness, see if you can spot Nessie. Might be a fun activity. Another well-known thing about Scotland is one of the national foods of Scotland is what we call a haggis, which we traditionally have on what we call Burns Night, which is celebrating a poet known as Robert or Rabbie Burns. He's a famous Scottish poet and songwriter. If you've ever heard of some of his poems, Tea Moose, for example, which, if you don't understand Scottish language, is To a Mouse. It's about a mouse that died, I think. Don't quote me on that, though. That's just one of his more well-known famous poems. Now, the funny thing about the haggis, right, is it has two really long back legs, really short arms, and it runs around the hills, and you've got to try and catch it with a net. So one of the most stereotypical things about Scotland is the ginger hair and everybody wearing kilts. Which obviously, if you've ever been around Scotland, yeah, not entirely true. I mean, it is traditional when it comes to certain events, but apart from that, if you've ever come to Scotland, then definitely one of the things that Scotland's definitely not known for is its hot weather, right? It's usually really cold, however, we're acclimatised to it, so you'll see even in the coldest of days people going about in shorts or summer wear, because even our summers are quite cold and windy. One of the most famous sports that Scotland is known for is its golf. Depending on who you speak to, one of the best golf courses to play at is St Andrews. Definitely one of the most famous golf courses, in fact. I couldn't name any others because I'm not into golf. Me personally, I think it's more boring. It's one of the more boring sports, difficult to watch, but that's just me. I'm more into my rugby when it comes to the Six Nations in the World Cup. Scotland aren't doing great at the moment in this Six Nations, but they can do well. Definitely got potential. They're just not that great at the moment, that is. One of the other sports that I follow is football, another sport where Scotland as the country don't do well in, although the women's national team done really well in getting to the World Cup. They should really train the men how to play, because obviously the men's team are one of the laughing jokes when it comes to world football anyway. My local team that I support is called Dundee United, who play in black and tangerines. Speaking of the team that I support and follow, I am from the Scottish city of Dundee, which is one of the more well-known cities in Scotland. And one of the interesting facts about the city of Dundee is that the two main teams in the city, that being Dundee United and Dundee, never confuse the two, because of, if you're over here and you get the two confused, careful about that one. The stadiums of these two teams are really close together. In terms of world football, no matter which list you look at in terms of local teams that have close stadiums together, you will always see Dens and Tannadice being on that list, considering they're basically right across the road from one another. So basically, you just have to, from where, depending on from where you are, you just cross the road from one street onto another, and then you're at the stadiums. So that's me done the onions, now on to the peppers. As I say, half is going in the blender, half is going in the pot with the rice. Well, let's just show you now that I've done the onions. See, one is finely diced, if I can get a good shot on it, and that's the chunky onion, that's the diced onion, right? So now for the peppers, you always want to take the stalk off. I don't know why, I just remember being taught in cooking class in school to remove the stalk and the middle, which is aka that part. If anybody actually knows the reason for it, then feel free to comment. I'm just going to top up the water of the rice, because again, I don't want the rice burning. Before I continue on about a bit about myself, about my country, about my city. Where was I? Yes, so the two football stadiums, about being close together. Another thing that the city of Dundee is known for, back in the, well, I don't want to get the time frame wrong, but back in the past, right, Dundee was known for three things, beginning with the letter J: jute, jam, and journalism. Now, for those of you who don't know, jute is to do with, I think, wool, although again I could be wrong, and if I am, please correct me in the comments, I guess. I don't know. Jam, obviously, the stuff that I'm going to put into my dish, but not more marmalade than jam, in fact. And also journalism, aka the news. Although nowadays, wouldn't trust the media, especially the BBC, for many reasons. Try to gather my train of thought whilst I cut this pepper. Right, so I'm going to finally chop that bit of pepper, cut away this bit here, and cut away this bit here, finally chop. So once I finally chop these so that it goes in the rice dish, try to get my thoughts together, try to think what to say. I honestly have drawn a blank, but I'm just going to keep it going anyway because of just want to keep the video going whilst I put this dish together. I will keep the dish going until I have mixed the rice in with the sauce and put it all together in a bowl to be cooled, because at that point that will be the dish done, leaving it to set and for me to top up with jam and also chocolate spread. At a later time. I don't know if I said my age was 23, but there you go, you now know my age. Half the time when people ask me, oh, how old are you? I can't always remember my age, but I definitely know for certain I was born in 1996. So from there, I leave it for people to work out, or from there I can work backwards or forwards, or I don't know, but numbers have never been my strong point. In school, my teacher would always say that I could never do math. Yes, I said math with an F. That's just how bad I am at it. Good thing I don't really need it because everything is done on computers and calculators. Funny how even back when I was in school, teachers were still saying, oh, you'll never have a calculator, you'll never always have a calculator on you, but I guess that's because teachers didn't expect the uprising of the technological devices, aka mobile phones. So with those devices, mental math isn't as much of a needed skill as it would have been back, say, 20-30 years ago. But again, time's always changing, not always for the better, but hey, that's life and you just have to deal with it. Let's have a look. So just getting the green pepper cut. Wasn't able to cut away at the white bit of it, so doing the best I can. Well, in that case, then just keep an eye on that rice, because once it's done I can take it off the hob. Let's finally chop these bits, throw them in with the rest of it. Right, and then get the red done, and then stick the bacon onto the grill. Put the chocolate spread in the microwave. I think 30 seconds should do it. I don't exactly know, but I guess we'll see. Let's have a look then. I'll do half of that then as well to finely chop. Okay, let's have a look. Bop, bop, bop. Right, so now just to cut this up into chunks, I guess. Just so it can be blended. Well, I can probably blend it as is, but I don't want to overdo it with the blender, you know. Don't want to test its limits and break it because of, well, blenders are expensive to replace, I think. Wouldn't know, I don't buy many of them, and I think I got that one as part of a deal in a store near me, because I've got a Lidl just across the road. Very handy to have. I mean, if I didn't have a Lidl just across the road or an Aldi just up the road, I'd be stuck. I mean, yeah, you've got your local convenience stores, one of the smaller shops that sell stuff, but they're not as good quality. But again, that's just a personal observational opinion. See, this is why when people are doing videos, a lot of the time they at least think what they're going to say or have topics ready to discuss, so that they're not just filling empty spaces with randomized words. Right, let's chunk that up so that when it sticks in the blender, bosh. Right, let's have a look. I mean, I think I might be taking this whole sweet and savoury combination to a new level, and it may not work. That is my only worry. I mean, the main thing is I do enjoy all of these ingredients. So the only thing I will say is, if you ever experiment like this, please pick items that you personally enjoy. For example, let's try to think. Pineapple goes on pizza. Not everybody agrees with that, but for those of you that don't like that, leave those of us that do like it alone. You know, we're not hurting anybody. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not an expert on this sort of thing, although in my experience of mixing foods together, I would never pick something that I don't like, because if I know that there's something in the dish that I don't like, I won't go to eat it. I mean, the other, like, one clear-cut example of this, right, is I bought a dish because it seemed nice, and I thought I was going to like it. It was I can't exactly remember the dish, but it was meant, I think it was a crab mac and cheese sort of thing with a white wine sauce or something. To me, it sounded nice, although I'm not really a fish guy, and so I thought I would give it a try, but once pulling it out the oven, it just, like, once the smell of it, I was just like, well, that was a waste of £4.50, because of it was one of Tesco's finest dishes, right? And when it comes to food, I don't like wasting money, but if it's something I physically won't be able to eat, then I just have to throw it away. So that's why I'm kind of cautious about this, because I've never done anything this extreme before. This is sort of out of my depth. But then, hey, if it works, it works. Right, the rice ain't ready yet. Getting there, but the bags aren't as expanded as I'd like them to be. I should have pointed this out. Yes, I'm using boil in the bag rice. I mean, there's other types of rice out there, but again, it's just for convenience and sort of easiness that I'm doing that. But I'm now going to grill the bacon. Grilling is just a personal choice. I mean, if you prefer to, say, fry the bacon, or cook it in the microwave, or put it in the oven, then that's up to you. And there is fat on this bacon. I'm not going to remove the fat, because the fat is the best part of the bacon. That's just personal preference. The fattier the better. What style of bacon am I actually using? So for this, it's smoked, dry, cured back bacon rashers. That's what this is. I mean, I prefer I think it's maple bacon, I don't know. I just love bacon, right? To me, there's two foods in life that should be embraced by everyone. That's cheese and bacon, right? Or just ham or pork, pig food, you know? Fair enough. If due to reasons such as religion, aka Muslim or Jewish, then you cannot eat pork, then that's understandable, and I'm not trying to be culturally insensitive, and so it is understandable that for reasons such as that, then that though the ham and bacon is off the table, you can try it without them, but then there is like meat-free alternatives you can possibly put with them. I don't know. Right, let's get this bacon onto grill. And yes, all 6 rashers are going in the blender. So let's just get a shot of them pre-grilled. Now let's close that over, switch it on at the wall, and you see that the light went on there. Yep, good, that's on. Now to defoil that, I'd start prepping the blender. Right, so chocolate spread. Let's look now. Right, I can move this over here. Right, set that like that. So just so that I'm able to make it stand. Right. I don't know if you can still hear me. I hope the audio was still good. I had to go put a dish over somewhere. Not exactly. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm doing. But foil off into the microwave. Now, also another pre-warning, this dish may cause diabetes because of how much sugar is going into the dish, because of a whole jar of chocolate spread. Doesn't have to be Nutella, that's just the brand that I picked up, and also a full jar of jam. Right, just have to make sure that getting rid of all the foil so that when I stick it in the microwave, there we go, got rid of all the foil. I don't know how long to stick this in the microwave for. I'm going to try 30 seconds just to gauge it. I'm going to bring you guys along with me. I'm sorry for how long the video is. Let's check how cooked. Okay, that's not even cooked. So I don't even know if you got a good shot of that there, but it's cooking, but it's not as cooked as I'd like it to be. So let's bring you along here, and as you can see by the mess, I think, well, you can, yeah, there we go, better view of my mess. At the moment, I'm living in the flat on my own. Actually, it's a not bad shot over here, if I can find some, stand the phone up against. There we go. Well, you can't exactly see me, but need a shot with the microwave. Yeah, no luck. What if I? Yeah, no, that's you're gonna get. So as I said, at the moment I'm living on the flat on my own. Occasionally I will have my girlfriend over. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. That's because of she comes through to Dundee to study college, and so on the nights where she has college, because she has college 3 days in a row, so it makes sense for her to stay at mine. Fair enough, where she stays, it takes an hour to get on the bus, so she doesn't necessarily have to stay at mine, but it also gives us a chance to spend time together. Let's try, it's in for a minute. Let's just hope that doesn't break. Where am I going? So yeah, so my girlfriend is saying stays at mine on night she has college. Alright, now that that's in the microwave, the bacon's cooking, let's check on the bacon. Bring you over here. There's loads of smoke. I don't know if the camera's picking up the smoke. Yes, it is picking up the smoke. Smoky bacon. Smoky, smoky bacon. Smoky, smoky bacon. Bacon that is smoky. Get that bacon crispy. Get that bacon crispy. I don't know what I was doing there, but you definitely smell the smoke of the bacon. Right, into the fridge, because for a cheese sauce, right, you've got your premix. You also need butter. Got the butter, and also some milk. Milky milk. So you've got Mr. Blender. Yes. Now check the bacon. Not yet crispy enough. Right, stick that over here for now. Let's have a look, see what sort of shot you're getting. Oh, well, let's check on the actual chalky spread, because sort of melted. Not quite as melty as I thought it was going to be. Let's see a look. And you get a nice gloss, and it sort of moves, but I think it'll be fine. I just need to ping that over here. So let's check on the rice. Still boiling away. Let's have a look at the bags. Actually, I would say that's a big, thick bag of rice. Thick bag. Whoop, whoop. Alright, stick it on this thing here. Normally I would use this tray for my oven, but for now, no. So switch that off for just now, because of I'm not going to need it again until I put the sauce. Right, draining the water. I mean, a good thing about the boil in the bag rice is not only is it convenient, but I don't know. I mean, it's convenient. Convenient, quick. Well, not exactly quick. I mean, this video's been going for like 50 minutes, and the bag's been in the pot for as long as that. Right, the lights went off. Right, I think the bacon can be a bit more crispier. I must admit that. So as I was saying, right, I was gonna start adding things to my blender. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Blender. Right, I need something to stand this phone against. Right, stop it. Right, stay. That's not gonna stay. You know what? I'll just take you with me. Or can I get a good shot of the blender through the phone? What if I use... What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rest my phone against the Lenore thing that I do my washing with. Well, it's not even Lenore, it's a cheaper version, but the other brands are available. Good. Blender. It blends things. I don't know. Don't have to do that. That's just a little added extra content for those that have stayed with me for near enough an hour, watching my descent into madness, let's say. So, I don't even have exact measurements. Teaspoon, butter, let's go. Because yes, you have to have butter in with the thing. Right, that's a big chunky butter scoop. Big chunky butter scoop. Big chunky butter scoop. Butter, scoop it. Butter, scoop it. Chunky butter scoop. Big chunky butter scoop. Scoop it. Scoop it. Big chunky butter scoops. I think one more will do. Boom. Right, that was a half scoop. Again, you don't have to use the measurements I've used. You can actually use proper measurements. Sorry, the door's in the way there. Now, milk. Milky. Better smell it. Still fresh. As if you were making a milkshake or a smoothie. Blenders can be used for smoothies and milkshakes. And so, 2 packets of cheese mix. I do have 2 others in the cupboard, but I'm saving those. Not for any particular reason, but they're always good to have in case of emergency. Because if you've got pasta or rice in the cupboards, which everyone should have, as they're a good staple, basic thing to have, then you can always do a cheese sauce based meal, and it is basic home foods that everyone should experience at some point the joys of. Check on the bacon, more crispier, yay! Right, the chunky vegetables, chunky vegetables, chunky. Right, actually I'm going to use a spoon only because I don't want to lose any of it. So, chunky vegetables. Whoop whoop. Blub, 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 blub. Chunky vegetables, chunk. Put my plate over here. Put my plate over here. Right. Now, cheese. I did say I was gonna add cheese. Cheese. I'd say I've got about half this bag, and this is a 250 gram bag of cheese. So, actually, let's pour it in. Let's get it that way, you know. Cheese, everybody! Now, when I bring this into work tomorrow, people are going to be like, what have you made now? And I'll point them in the direction of my YouTube channel, which I have been plugging, basically. Try to build up the views. But I'll tell them what's in it, and I'll leave it for them to showcase. Right, I think the bacon's done. Bacon is done. I think the bacon is done. The bacon is done. Crispy, smoky, chicken, bacon. Fatty, bacon. Right, so. Powers of my blender. Oh, and also, not forgetting the packet of ham. Right, I honestly don't know how many slices are in here, but I'm just putting in all my ham. I mean, how much ham should there be in here? So that'll give me a rough idea, estimation. Right, 400 grams, and I reckon, if anything, I only had a quarter of it, not even, because I only had about 10 slices, I think. Sounds about right. It doesn't even tell you how many slices it should have, but no, doesn't say how many slices it should have, but 400 grams anyway, and most of it is in there. Right. Let's add the bacon. The bacon. Gonna add my bacon. What's that say? I'll use that bowl to transfer bacon from one thing to the other. Bacon. Crispy bacon. Ow. Bacon. Ow. There we go. Now bacon goes into the blender. Bacon, blended, bacon, blender, bacon, blender. Right, now for the jam. Jam. And also chocolate sauce, chocolate spread and chocolate sauce. Well, actually I'll add the chocolate first. Said a half, so I don't even know if it's half or if it's more than half. I don't care. It's all going in anyway. That's actually probably more than half. What do you think? What do you guys think? Half? 1/2? Less than half? I don't know. But I'm using it all, so I'll leave that like that for now. Jam. Now this will be much easier to gauge in regards to, if I can get it open, yay. Don't know if you had the pop or not, but it's not being touched. It's not being touched, not being touched, until now. Do, jam. Okay, I think I've overestimated how much sauce I've created for my rice. Again, I've used, I would say, more than half, but then again, some of it is going in once with the rice, not just as part of the sauce. So now for the blender. Now with this blender, the only thing is, half the time, you never know if it's on. So just need to make sure that I've got this on tight, because I don't want it coming up and flying anywhere. Right, I think that's it. Now I need to, no. Right. The only issue with this blender is you're thinking it's on, then it's not. Right, well, let's have a look at it. So let's start like here. Right. Plus, I know I should have tested this out, but it does work. Oh, I was getting somewhere there. See. Right. Right. Where's the writing? There. Right. So. Definitely ain't on there. Oh. If anybody knows how to work these things, get them working first time, every time, hit me up, let me know, because at the moment I am struggling here. Where's the little springy thing? Because that always is an indication. Because the springy thing, right, should, where is it? Here we go. Always takes me about 5-10 times before I get to the bottom of it. No, definitely not that. Right. Why isn't this working for me? This should be working for me. Right. Why isn't this working for me? See, this is partially why you're seeing my descent into madness. Things like this happen and it messes up my plans. Silly little thing. Right, make sure. Right. Peep to you too, car person. Car person? Driver? I don't know. Anyway. Once we finally get... See, this is why I need a device that edits, because if I could get this working, then I'd be able to edit. Oh, there we go. Like, maybe that's why it wasn't properly clicked in. Right, where's the... Now I need to find the writing. There we go. Right, put that... No, put that over like that. I'm talking to myself. On a camera. Yay! There's still some chocolate sauce stuck to the side and to the lid, so I'm going to get my trusty spoon, the chocolate spoon one, just so that it gives a chance to mix it all in. No ingredients left behind, as I say. Whoa! My blender is actually smoking. I don't know if that's a good thing. It shouldn't be, I guess. And if anybody knows if it's a bad thing or not, let me know, please. I would like some expert advice on the matter. But let's get it blended a bit more. Just so that it gives the chocolate a chance. I probably shouldn't use that spoon again. And I won't. Okay, I think that's blended enough, so time to continue on to the next step, which is plug off at the wall though, because I don't plan to blend anything else at the moment, well I say at the moment, for the rest of the day, plus this is my only blender so I would need to clean out the jug, and I'll get around to that eventually. Now, for the fun part, to heat up the sauce. Okay, I've done more sauce than I planned to, so the rest of the sauce is going to have to go into the sink, because I majorly overestimated that one. Because it's only meant to be enough to mix in with the rice, so I'm gonna have to pour a lot of that into the sink. Right, I think that's enough to do. That's about half the pot. That's fine. Ooh, I like how chocolate it's became. I don't know if it's meant to be like that on purpose or what. But now to bring this to the boil, then I shall include the rest of the rice, well, add the rice to it. Add the rice to it, and then I'll also add in some more jam, some more chocolate, some more cheese. If anybody at work watches this before work, then please have a doctor on standby just in case the dish doesn't agree with me. And I can understand if that is the case why. Yeah, let's put that like that for now. Because for now, most of the action is going to be here. Now, I have my rice bags ready to add in. I have the chunky finely chopped vegetables, mixy colour, finely chopped vegetables. I have said jam. I have said choco spread. Although I think I'm gonna wait for the dish to be put together and cooling before I add the rest of the chocolate spread. Certainly add more jam to the mix once it's all together. Where's my mixy mixer? Where's my mixing mixer? This may or may not be a bad idea, but hell. But once again, please go for this at your own risk. Because I really do not want to be liable for any illnesses that may be caused. I don't even know if it can cause any illnesses, but you never know. Especially with trying something as experimental as this. Well, it's bubbling away now. Just wait for it to bubble a bit more. Then I shall grab my camera to show the bubbling action. Actually, I think I hadn't showed that just now. Don't know. Really not great. Get some bubbles. If you're not seeing it bubbling away, then please, I'm sorry. Now let's try it from this angle actually. Oh, almost dropped my phone in. That wouldn't be a disaster. Yeah, I'm just not getting any good angles on that, unfortunately, guys. So I do apologise for that. Although I don't know if you can hear it sizzling away. So as that is sizzling away, I'm going to add in the chunky vegetables. Whoop, whoop. Chunky vegetables. Whoop, 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 whoop. And also this cooking at this time of the morning also adds to the madness. Chunky vegetables. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just make sure my cooker is on full heat, which it is. Don't know how long to let it simmer for, but gotta keep it stirring so that I'm not burning the pot. Just keep on going, keep on stirring, gotta stir, keep on stirring all the way. Stir. Just keep on stirring, because I can, because I will, because I want to. Good thing, as I said, I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm on the back shift, so I don't start till 2:45. So I get a few hours sleep. So that's how I'm able to cook dishes like this at this time in the morning. Usually it doesn't take me this long, but also because I'm entertaining, adding to my channel. But I don't know if it'll be a regular thing, or if it'll be again, if it'll just be a few videos and then back to non-videos for another year. I don't know. Just to see what the future holds, I guess. I mean, maybe after eating this, it might put me 6 feet under. Who knows? Could be that deadly. I guess we'll find out. if you see a future video, then you know I've survived eating this. On my next video, I will give you guys an update on if it went well, if I should have ate it hot, because I'm going to eat it cold, which might also have an impact on it. I don't know. I might do a second version. This is the container it will be held in, because I'll let it cool. Then I'll add the final touches, and then I'll wrap cling film and chuck it in the fridge till I go to work. Who knows? It's just we're not allowed hot food on the floor, so that's why it's got to cool. I work in a call centre. That's all I'm going to say about my work. I'm not going to name the company that I work for, only because I don't want you guys to attempt to try and reach me, although I doubt anybody would, because of, as I keep addressing, I doubt anybody's going to watch these videos, so they're more for my own sense rather than anything else. Try to find a pair of scissors, don't have one. Well, I have scissors, I just don't know where they are. And so, open the rice bag. And the rice goes into the dish. And the rice goes into the dish. Yeah, the rice, yeah, the rice, yeah, the rice goes into the dish. Again, I might only be able to do it with one bag of rice. I was hoping to use two, but I may have overestimated because of one bag of rice with the sauce already, and whoa, oh dear, it's the skill rolling cool. I mean, look at that, right? And that's not even been me mixing in. So I think I've screwed the pooch on this one, right? Let's have a look. Right, let's. Yeah. Oh, sugar. Yeah, I'm creating a mess for myself. I don't care though. I'm gonna get another spoon because using that stir thing. Yeah, no. Big idea. Well, fork, spoon, same thing. What's the difference? Well, you get sparks, so there isn't that much difference between a fork and a spoon. One. So you can. I can't think of anything right now. If you can think of what I was trying to go for in terms of forks and spoons, comment it. Just because I might not have been able to think of something at this moment in time doesn't mean to say that others wouldn't have been able to. So give it your best shot. Forks and spoons, what you got? So stir, 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 stir. Okay, gonna add more cheese, more jam. Yeah, just if you're gonna do something like this, please use a bigger pot or less ingredients. Also works. Jam. Here we go. As I said, like jam. Alright. 2 splodges of, I'll do. Well, because I want to save some for once the dish is cooled down. Alright, so leave that as is. Some more cheese. And then let it simmer a bit more. And then once I've plated up, I'll show you guys it plated up. because of it's got that to then cool. I've got to then remix it, add the finishing touches, aka jam, chocolate spread and cheese. So I'll do that in my own time. Also, yeah, I've got that to deal with. And I've got a lot of washing up to do. And I've taken up enough time with this video, it's already over an hour and I didn't even expect it to last half an hour, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, next time, bigger pot or less ingredients. I've now got to think of something with the bag of rice. I mean, just eat it as is. I don't know. Something. Because people think, oh, you can't just eat rice, but you can. Not very filling, plus you usually use rice as a side dish, but hell. Yeah, so I think now I can plate this up, I think. Yes, good. Right, switching that off. And I'm going to plate this up now. Actually, I've got a ladle, so I'll ladle it into the bowl. So then that way I know exactly what I'm working with here. Actually, this I'll leave this to cool, but then I can sort of do a taste on camera as well. Right, put that one in the background. Right, because in that way I can do a first-hand taste for you guys. Then that way we'll see if it's any good or not. I mean, all I know, once I've scooped up, there might not even be enough to do a taste test, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know. But the chocolate definitely dominates. Is a dominant ingredient, right? That's enough for my work. Let it settle. Let it cool. I'm gonna have a bowl of it actually. Didn't think of that. Didn't think I'd have enough of it. Bing, bing, bing. Light bulb moment. Yay! That's what I can use the second bag for. Good. See? Sometimes doing videos on the spot helps, I guess. I don't know. But... oh. Not exactly a dirty dish because it's just had vegetables in it. Oh, hot. Yeah, and I wouldn't advise dishing up rice like this because you may end up burning yourself. Yeah, just a quick pro tip there. Quid pro quo. I don't know if that words even mean anything. Right. Half a bag of rice in the bowl and just chuck that there, I guess. I don't know. Some of the rice veg sweet savoury rice dish thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. I'll just call it something. Yeah. So and if anybody survives the video, please comment, I don't know, word of the video, chocolate carbs, there we go, comment chocolate carbs, and that way I know that you've managed to survive at least this far into the video anyway. And so, for a taste test, maybe not eat it whilst it's smoking hot, but that way you know I'm trying it fresh. Here we go. Oh wow. Yeah. Definitely not my brightest idea, but if you're ever brave enough to give it a try, I would advise just, I don't know, but be careful and attempt at your own risk. This is John signing out.